Sorry, I had to make a part two. I had an important phone call. All right, but there was a character or there was a scene in the movie where the main female character, all right, she was in the hospital and she had a mark like in the shape of Godzilla's, his scales or like his fins, his back protrusions. All right, she had like a mark or that was growing and moving and whatnot. All right, maybe I could get a video of it, man. All right. It was on her neck. All right. It was like I said, it was a mark on her neck. All right, in the shape of Godzilla's spines. All right, and these movie reviewers, reviewing the movie, the Godzilla movie, saying, the director hasn't revealed, what that means. He hasn't came out and said, what that scene means. What that mark on her neck represents. All right, and they're like, I'm kind of glad. I hope he doesn't. That'd be the best thing, so people can talk and rave more about it. Come up with their own conclusions and bring more, have more talk, on the movie. Um, and I agree, but at the same time, man, it don't matter what he says, spiritually, man. That him coming out and not coming out and speaking on why he put that in the movie is spiritual, man. All right, the Lord put the spirit upon him not to do that. All right, because that represents the mark of exemption, man. The wa. All right, I'm gonna get that. Um, all right, this is Ezekiel 9:4 says, "And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, all right, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." All right, that mark is not the MOTB mark. All right, it's not the Revelation 13 and 16 mark. It's the mark of exemption, the Tawah. All right, that kind of mark, and that's what that represented, man. All right, okay. And if you watch the movie, you'll see. All right, the Japanese lady, or the Japanese chick. All right, she was in the hospital. The main character, you met her there, and she had a mark on her neck, man, in the shape of Godzilla's spines, man. All right, okay, and she ultimately survived. Godzilla's uh, you know um, attack on Tokyo, man. And the scene before that, she damn near died. I don't know how she survived. All right, all right, because she was blown away by Godzilla's nuclear fire breath. All right, and I thought she died. And when the scene popped up, I'm like, who is it? Who's this chick? And I'm like, oh wait, no way, that's her. So yeah, man. That was so spiritual, man. All right, I'm like, yeah, that's a call to that's a shout out, for lack of better terms, about the elect. All right, having that mark of exemption. Okay, all right, and that's the elect, man. The elect are gonna have that mark of that spiritual mark of exemption, man. All right, these death angels that are gonna pop up. All right, Leviathan, Godzilla. All right, popping up out of the ocean. All right, for real. In these times that we're walking into. All right, when the Lord returns, when these death angels come. All right, they're teeth of wild beasts. All right, these animals escaping the zoo. All right, because the scriptures say, the beast shall be at league with thee, man. The beasts of the field shall be in this. Let me get that, man. All right, Job chapter 5, verse 23 says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." All right, so when the Lord returns and all hell breaks loose, and the day of judgment comes, man, all right, when Leviathan returns, all right, he's not going to destroy and attack and kill the elect, all right? Same goes with these death angels, these teeth of wild beasts, these creatures newly created, these apparitions, all right, that are going to hunt and torture, all right, and give, and destroy, you wicked people, man. All right, Godzilla, Leviathan, when he returns, all right, which a he's just one part of the judgment of the Lord. All right, he's gonna he's coming for you wicked people, man. All right, all right, and though the main character surviving, him end up not shooting Godzilla in the plane while he was in the plane. The mark on her neck. All right, her surviving miraculously. I don't know how she survived. All right, all right. And also, there was another scene where the main character survived, and when Godzilla returned, not the Lord, when Godzilla returned, on the and attacked Tokyo, he destroyed everything, man, and the main character survived, man. All right, those are just calls to those are just representations to the elect, man, in these times to come. All right, the elect, the chosen, who've been chosen from the foundations of the earth. All right, the Lord's elect, they're gonna survive all hell breaking loose. All right, the return of Yahweh by Shemiah Shai and Leviathan. All right, which is Godzilla. Godzilla is Leviathan. All right, he's gonna be part of the Lord's return, man. All right, so yeah, man. Godzilla, he's biblical, man. All right, and shoot, just that's really all I wanted to cover. Spiritually, scripturally, when it comes to this movie. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go into right off the bat, man. Um, right when the movie starts, Godzilla, his voice throughout the whole movie, his voice is loud and it hits you, man. It's loud as hell, like it's almost obnoxious, but you know, and he's scary in this movie, man. All right, especially when you know the scriptures. All right, he's scary. All right, like you're scared for the main characters, so you're almost scared for yourself, because he's just a force of nature in this movie, man. He just pops up out of the water and destroys, man, and kills. And he has a spirit. You could see it in the movie, man. He has a spirit of judgment and destruction, the spirit of the Lord's wrath in him, man, in Godzilla in this movie. Or you can see it in his eyes. All right, and he just when he shoots his nuclear breath, man. All right, it's with hella force, man. All right, and it's that atomic bomb. All right, it's a beam of fire, but when it hits its target, it's a it's a huge it turns into a nuclear blast, man. All right, like a bomb, which represents, yeah, it represents World War II. All right, it represents the nuclear bomb uh, dropped on Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. All right, but spiritually, man, it also represents the 200 million nuclear missiles um, that's going to hit America, man, in World War III, because the scriptures say the first and the second woe have came to pass, and the third woe, all right, the third world war cometh quickly, man. All right, so when the scriptures speak about the three woes, like woe means destruction. It's speaking about the three world wars, man. All right, and what's gonna happen in World War III, man? All right, all right. It's gonna be It's gonna end with nuclear fire, nuclear fallout, man, nuclear war. All right, okay. And that's what that represented, man. Godzilla represented that destruction coming, okay, and the Lord's wrath and the Lord's judgment, okay, the bad side of the Lord. And when I was watching this movie, I was rooting for Godzilla to destroy everything, man. I wasn't rooting for the humans, all right. And I'll be watching, people. people's movie reviews, YouTube movie reviews on this movie, and people, you know, they're they're talking about the movie. They're like, oh, in this movie, I was really rooting for the humans, man. In this movie, I was really rooting against Godzilla because in the past Godzillas, Godzilla's a good guy and whatnot, you know. But in this movie, he's for real a bad guy, man. And I was rooting against him. I was rooting for the humans to destroy Godzilla. And how do you say it? Not me, not me, man. I was rooting for Godzilla to destroy the humans, man. All right, to destroy it, and to destroy Tokyo, all right, and just let do his thing and do whatever he wanted, man. All right, because that's what Leviathan, so-called Godzilla, represents in real life. Okay, the wrath of the Lord. All right, he's dormant, chilling in the ocean, sleeping. All right, not doing nothing right now because he's 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 being reserved for when the Lord returns. The Lord's gonna put His Spirit upon him and use him as a tool of destruction for you wicked Israelites, man. For you wicked heathens, you wicked people of this world, this wicked world, man. All right, and that's what I love about Godzilla. That's what I loved about this movie. He was very destructive and judgment and full of judgment and wrath. All right, and the humans in this movie they got lucky, man. All right. Okay, I didn't. That was one thing I didn't like about this movie is how Godzilla that they almost they basically killed him, but they didn't. All right, I'm a because in the last scene, uh, it shows Godzilla's one of his tails, one of not tail spikes, one of his spikes. All right, his dorsal fins or his spikes. All right, was preserved in the ocean. It was regenerating. All right, it was, you know, and you can hear the Godzilla's voice. All right, his roar. So they technically they only stopped Godzilla for the moment, okay, which I like that. I accepted that ending because hey, you can't destroy Godzilla, man. But really, I didn't like how the humans, the director had the humans, the Ammonites, all right, fly the plane into his mouth and destroy Godzilla, and he crumbled, and they defeated him, even though it was just for a moment. And I didn't like that, man, because that's not how it's gonna happen in real life. When Godzilla, so-called Godzilla, Leviathan, all right, is gonna when he returns, when he reveals himself, all right, okay, when the Lord reveals him, man, when he really walks out of that water, man, nothing's touching him, man. No missile, no defense mechanism, nothing is gonna stop Godzilla, nor the Death Angels, nor the Lord, the Lord's wrath, man. The Lord's gonna be, the same way. All these heathen nations, these militaries of the world, they're all gonna join together to fight against the Lord. All right, in Leviathan, man. All right, mainly the Lord. All right, Leviathan is just a tool, just a creation of the Lord. All right, in the time of the wrath of time in the time of wrath, man. But yeah, all these armies, these great big armies, million man armies from China and whatnot, and all these other nations, they're gonna team up against the Lord, and they're gonna be utterly decimated, man. All right, the Lord is gonna steamroll all these wicked heathen nations, and He's gonna take the world, all right, by violence. Okay, not by peace, because what did the Lord say? He's coming not with peace but a sword, and that's how Godzilla was portrayed in this movie, man. And that's why I wanted Godzilla to utterly destroy everybody, man. Destroy this movie, destroy everybody in this movie, man. Because that's how it's gonna be in real life. The Lord's destroying every wicked person in this world, right? And and everybody who's gonna be saved when the Lord returns, whoever's saved, which is gonna be a small amount of people, the elect are going to be saved, but the rest of you heathens, you're going to be the first fruits of slavery, man, building up our kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, all right? And you're going to rebirth, all right, through reincarnation, through the act of sex. You're going to rebirth all those people, all the heathens that are going to die in World War III here soon, man. Okay, and the elect are going to rebirth through the act of sex. All right, bring back all the Israelites, the wicked two-third Israelites that died on this side. All right, through the act of sex, they're going to be reborn in the kingdom. All right, and they're going to get the blessing. All right, So that's what's gonna happen, man. All right, So yeah, man. That was my movie review on Godzilla minus one. You know, it was a great movie, man. You could literally feel the wrath of the Lord. In this movie on Godzilla. Godzilla was nothing to be messed with. All right, I don't see how. I thought it was stupid how they killed Godzilla. Like Godzilla he ain't dying, and he really didn't die. He was just stopped. He was halted for a little bit. It, you know, and at the last scene he was regenerating himself, and they ended the movie like that. And I like that. That was acceptable. But yeah, man, the Godzilla was loud. He was scary. He was big and bad. It was really it was really this is a biased review on Godzilla, and that was the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen, man. All right, you know that was the best Godzilla movie ever, man. And it really hit me because I could see the spiritual, I could see the scriptures, man, in that movie, the references, to the Bible. All right, it was good, man. If you brother and you Akim watching this, and watching this video, hey, go check it out. It's still in theaters, man. Go watch it. You will not be disappointed, man. Yeah, it's a big monster. It's a typical Godzilla movie, but it's the best, man. All right, you can see the scriptures right in this movie. So I'm gonna end it off right there. Call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. See you in the next lesson. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.